Hi Tina, it's Steve Chandler with Headlocked Media, and here is the video that I said I was going to put together and shoot over your way today. So really just to give you an idea of the process in this video, I'm going to take you through really the three most impactful areas for beauty businesses to really get an impact, whether it is to bring in new clients or to bring in new team members to really grow your business. And so I'm going to dive into those three areas first. I'm going to highlight them and then we'll dive in a little deeper once we highlight them. So just to kind of start, as you can see, we've got your Facebook page pulled up here. I looked over your Facebook page. It looks great. You've got posts, engagement with the community, and you're showcasing the inside of your space and really telling your consumers and your local market who you are, and I think that's a great way to do that. It looks beautiful. Also, I took a look at your Instagram page, and same thing. You're connecting these images, and you're really capturing this social proof that Amanda and I were referring to earlier. So you've got both pages looking great when it comes to social media. And social media is one of the ways to really capture an audience and really drive business into your salon. So that's one tool that I said there was gonna be three tools, and that's gonna be one of them. Is Instagram and Facebook work as what we'll refer to as social media. The next area is actually going to be, let's just pull up one of these searches up here. And so what I've got is I typed in nail salon Greenpoint, which actually is a pretty big search term in your area. And so I used that search term and wanted to see who was showing up. And so the second most impactful way that a beauty business can drive clients into your business, as well as to drive future team members into your business, is through your Google My Business listing and your GMB listing. Your Google My Business listing, as you can see, this is one of the most popular keywords in your area is nail salon Greenpoint. I'll show you some details in that in a little later in this video. But this is the second most powerful tool you can utilize to gain business. And you know what Google's going to do, they call this the Google My Business listing. It's also called the map pack because it has the map right there. But Google's going to show three businesses. And to most consumers look at the three businesses that show up in this section as being the most three dominant businesses in that area. And so what we find is about 60% of consumers pick a business out of one of those three. And so good job to you on showing up. You're in the third position for this particular keyword. And so you're doing great. The goal would be just to move you up into that top position for this keyword as well as many other keywords. And that's how we continue to drive business in. And this is the second way that we can really drive business into beauty businesses and grow our businesses. And that is the Google My Business listing. And then right below that is the third way. And so I was just saying, up to 60% of customers choose businesses in this three pack here, like this Google My Business listing. But the rest of clients, 40 to 45% in your given area, are actually going to choose a business right below that. And this is known as the organic results. And so as important as this section is to rank in, also the section below it is very important because a lot of consumers pick businesses in that area. And so as we scroll down, the way Google reads this is they're looking for the businesses that are ranking. Yelp is actually a directory, so they don't consider Yelp being one that's ranking. They're just helping consumers find the right businesses. So that's what they would consider a directory. So we've got one here, Greenpoint's top 5 nail salons. So that's one competitor. Right below that we have Yelp. Actually right below that we have another Yelp. So our second in line would be this competitor, third in line would be this one, and you're actually sitting fourth in line. So you're doing great on this particular keyword, and we would want to continue to just move that up. But you're on the first page, so you should be getting some traction and some clients reaching out, or at least seeing that you're in business and what you're doing. And so I can see that you've got a great call out there and really just trying to maximize that area to let clients know exactly who you are and what sets you apart. And so those are the three areas that truly clients are going to find our business. And so I'm going to go back into I'll just kind of go back to this Instagram page. And so, like we were discussing on the phone, I wanted this to be simple for you. So I'm going to start with the first thing that I discussed was social media advertising or gaining clients through social media. And so the fastest tool that we have found nationwide for beauty businesses to gain clients as well as team members is through social media. That's the fastest way to get that done. And because majority of young individuals spend a lot of time every single day on social media, whether that is the Instagram platform or the Facebook platform are the biggest two that they actually utilize. So what we recommend first and foremost is actually putting an ad campaign together for your Instagram and Facebook profiles. And it's an ad campaign that we would recommend running two directions, because really I think there's a component like we talked about earlier as far as educating your community on what sets you apart from your competition or any other nail salon in your area. And from talking to you earlier, there's a lot that sets you apart, and really your community needs to know that so that it can drive that business back into your salon. And so what we recommend is it's a two-part deal to gain clients into your nail salon. The first would be running awareness campaigns. And so we recommend running 1 to 2 ads. It doesn't need to be a high budget, but 1 to 2 ads that is really just telling the public who you are and what makes you different than any other nail salon in your area. And that is huge, because getting that awareness out there is exactly what we were talking about. That's educating your community and ultimately bringing in the right clients that want to do business with you. The next approach, running at the same time. And so while we're running those awareness ads, we also recommend running ads that are targeted to bring clients into your nail salon. And what we would do is we would spotlight a service or two that you want to specialize on and that you actually want to bring clients into your nail salon for. And so we would highlight a couple services, and then we would actually run ads on those services to bring the clients into your nail salon and ultimately begin to bring more new traffic into your nail salon so you can grow that clientele. Those are going to be the fastest two ways to really get that awareness campaign going, so people see your campaign running, and then they also see an offer that you're running, and that is where we get the best results. It's the fastest results, and then in time we can narrow that down and actually continue to get better and better results over time. That's really how social media advertising works, is we can really make that better, and that's where the value comes into play. Is by managing that ad, you can actually get that ad to perform better and better over time and actually cost you less money. So that's what we would recommend first and foremost. The second way, like we were discussing, is your Google My Business listing. And so there are two ways to show up and or dominate in this section. The most simple way is to run an ad. And so you may search for a restaurant in your area or a nail salon in your area, and sometimes you see that ad. Sometimes you see that business that shows up right above the map pack, or also shows up in this 3-pack as the 4th business. And so if you run an ad, you would actually show up. Let's jump over to this keyword because we were talking about that one earlier. But see how you're showing up in the 3rd position? If you were running an ad, you would also show up in the 1st position. So it would just put more eyes on your business. If it was this particular keyword that we were searching for, you can see that you're not showing up, and an ad would actually place you in the front of these other businesses. So running an ad on your Google My Business listing is a great tool to show clients that to show up in areas that you don't normally show up, and ultimately bring clients into your nail salon. The other and most organic way, I say organic, but it's really, there's some tricks to that on the way that you show up. One of the most powerful ways that you dominate a Google My Business listing is through citations. And so we use a company called White Spark, and White Spark, we can run a citation list. And so as you can see, all of these businesses right in through here are all in your area. And I ran 2 searches. One was nail salons in Brooklyn, New York, or NY, and the other one was nail salon Greenpoint. And so those were 2 keywords that I found when I was doing some searching to see where we stood in that. And so here were the nail salons that showed up as competition to you. So here you are, you have 20 citations. Brooklyn Nails Salon and Spa Salon have 26 citations. Pure Nail Salon has 45. Honey Nail Salon has 26. Greenpoint Nail Salon has 44. Primp and Polish has 28. So as you can see, you're not far behind some of your competition, but in order to dominate, citations are going to be the way that you are going to beat out your competition in the Google My Business listing is going to be the most powerful way to dominate that. And so what I would recommend in the future, now this takes a little longer. This is not immediate results. Results from doing citation work on your Google My Business listing can actually take 3 to 6 months to show up. And that is Google taking that long to actually track and start ranking those numbers. And so between 3 to 6 months, if we were to place, so what we would do is we'd find your highest number, and your highest competitor has 45 citations. You have 25, so we technically need 24 to match them. So instead of matching them, we would go after about 30 to 40 citations to make sure that we beat them and put you in front of them on the map pack listings. And so that's the trick to win that area. And ultimately that's doing SEO on your Google My Business listing. That can be done with a package of SEO on the other side that I will discuss here in a minute, or it can be done on its own. And so I'm going to jump to this last tool. I know this video is taking a long time, sorry. There was just a few more components we wanted to cover with you. So here is your listing in a program that we use called ERIS right here. And so I've got your domain sitting in here, as you can see right in through here. And ultimately this program tells me how your website is doing organically. And so I can currently see that you've got 6 referring domains pointing back to your website. You've got 23 backlinks from those 6 domains. You currently are being found for 154 keywords, which is awesome. You have a beautiful website. You've got a lot of content on there, and you're being found for a lot of keywords, which is awesome. You are on the right track to do very well in your area. So you guys, so far what you've put together, it's beautiful work, and you guys are on the right track. So just keep it up, keep continuing to move forward, and you will get all of that business that you want. Over here, I can see that the organic traffic, so 98 people are seeing your listing on that first page, but the actual traffic that are clicking on there, it's still at that 0. So that's the number that we want to increase. So if I were to look at your keywords, and I'm going to explain what I was talking about earlier, here's a perfect example. Nail Salon Greenpoint, which is one of those search terms I typed in earlier, is 500 searches a month in your area for that keyword. And so you are in the 4th position when it comes to that keyword. And we saw that when we pulled up this search earlier. Nail Salon Greenpoint, you were in the 3rd position for the map pack or the Google My Business listing, but you were in the 4th position when it came to the organic listing, right? And so we would just want to make sure that we continue to focus on increasing your positions on there. That would be SEO, and monthly SEO would get you to dominate that area. SEO for growing your domain, it can take about 6 months to really get good traction. 3 months is when you start to move forward. 6 months is really when we see that ultimate goal, and we know we're getting to the spot we're shooting for. But there are many other keywords. As you can see, this one, Greenpoint Nail Salon, that one's 300 a month. And so you're currently in the 4th position. As we go down, Nail Salon Greenpoint Brooklyn, that's 50 searches a month. You're in the 4th position. So you're sitting really well. Whoever built your website did a great job. There's probably just a little bit more refinement to be done to get you in that top position, and that can be done over time or whenever that is right for you, but you're on the right path. Your website looks beautiful. That was the last thing I wanted to touch on. Your website looks great. The only other way to help be found for these keywords, right, that we see here is to actually place these keywords on your website and then go after backlinks. And like we were discussing here, if you have more backlinks than your competition, backlinks being the referring domains and backlinks, with your backlinks with those keywords to make sure that you're being found for those keywords. So that's the last piece of that component to dominate in that section. But so these are the 3 components, the 3 areas that we really recommend that you get the best traction. Social media being the fastest. Number one way to get that traction the quickest. at the lowest cost because you can see results immediately. Where doing work on your Google My Business, we start to do the work immediately, and the cost is up front, and then over time you start to see the results. And that's the same thing that goes for SEO. So it's a cost that you pay monthly, and over time we really start to get that result. So hopefully you got a bit of understanding and education out of this video. I can see that I went to 15 minutes, and I'm sorry that took a little longer than I was saying about that 10-minute mark. So Tina, I hope you enjoy this video. Let us know when you're done watching this video and when you have time to hop on another call, and we would love to hop on a call and see what we can do to help guide you and support you moving forward. I hope you have a great day, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Bye, Tina.